Okay, so when winter rolls around, most of us just, grab a warmer jacket. Simple, right? But what if your job is outside? All day, every day? Well, that changes everything. We're going to break down why for millions of people, cold weather is way more than just an inconvenience. It's a genuine occupational hazard.
Just take a look at this. This isn't a one-off thing. This is the daily reality for folks in construction, sanitation, you name it, it's a risk they face every single day. And it's not just about, clearing a massive blizzard. It could be as simple as working in a drafty warehouse. We're not talking about just feeling a bit chilly here. This is a real, legitimate danger on the job.
So I know what you're probably thinking. Okay, this is for people in Alaska or, places with those epic blizzards. But that's where this whole story takes a really surprising turn.
Yep, Central Texas. That one quote just completely blows up the myth that this is only a far north problem. It really shows you that a sudden cold snap, a bit of wind, that can create dangerous conditions absolutely anywhere. The danger isn't about what state you're in, it's about a specific condition that can happen to your body.
And that brings us to the most important term we're going to talk about today, cold stress. Think of it as the official name for what happens when your body is losing the battle to stay warm. It's kind of the gateway to all the really serious stuff. So, what exactly is it?
All right, so cold stress is the big umbrella term. But what are the actual dangers hiding under it? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of what's really going on inside your body when the temperature drops too low.
Okay, so the CDC breaks it down really simply. At its core, cold stress is just a dangerous math problem. Is your body losing heat faster than it can make it? Your body is basically running a marathon to stay warm, right? And when it starts to fall behind, your core temperature drops. And that, right there, is when things get serious.
And one of the first big dangers is hypothermia. Now, pay attention to the last part of this definition because it's a game changer. You don't need freezing temperatures for hypothermia. If you're wet, and that could be from rain or even just your own sweat, your body loses heat so fast that a cool 40-degree day can actually become life-threatening. That is a hugely important detail to remember.
Next up, we have frostbite. And this is, it's your body going into full-on survival mode. It's pretty brutal, actually. To keep your core, your heart, your brain alive, your body makes a desperate decision. It sacrifices your extremities. It literally cuts off circulation to your fingers, your toes, your nose. The result? Those tissues can actually freeze solid, leading to some really severe and sometimes permanent damage.
Okay, and we have to talk about wind. Wind is like pouring gasoline on the fire of cold stress. This chart shows you exactly why. Just look at that first row, 0 degrees. Okay, that's cold, but maybe you think you can handle it. But at a pretty normal 15-mile-an-hour wind, suddenly it feels like -19. At that temperature, you can get frostbite on exposed skin in just a half hour. The wind literally rips the heat right off your body.
All right, so we get it. The dangers are real. So, what's the game plan? How do we prevent this stuff from happening? The good news is there's an official playbook, systems and actual rules in place designed to keep workers safe.
First up, you've got to know the lingo from the National Weather Service. It's a tiered system, and it's pretty simple when you break it down. An outlook is like a, hey, keep an eye on this, from a week out. A watch means, okay, this is getting serious, start prepping. A warning, that means it's happening right now or it's about to, and you need to act. And an advisory is just a heads up to be careful, especially on the roads. Just knowing what these words mean is a huge first step.
And this right here is a really critical point. Keeping workers safe from the cold isn't just a nice thing to do, it's the law. The OSH Act is crystal clear about this. Employers have a legal responsibility to provide a workplace that's free from known dangers, and you better believe that includes severe winter weather.
So what does that legal duty actually look like on the ground? Well, it's all about being proactive. Simple stuff, right? Like scheduling the toughest outdoor jobs for the warmest part of the day, providing heated break areas with warm drinks. But you know what's maybe the most important thing? Training. Making sure every single person on that crew knows how to spot the signs of cold stress, not just in themselves, but in the person working next to them.
Now, the employer's role is huge, but it's only half the story. At the end of the day, your personal prep is your #1 line of defense. So let's shift gears and talk about the practical things you can do to keep yourself safe out there.
This right here might be the single best piece of advice, the 3-layer rule. It's so effective. Your first layer, the one against your skin, needs to pull sweat away. And listen to this, avoid cotton. I'm serious. Cotton gets wet and stays wet, making you colder. Your middle layer is your insulator. Think fleece or wool. And the outer layer is your shield against wind and rain. This system is genius because it traps heat but lets moisture escape.
Okay, here's a quick checklist of things to do. Number 1, use the buddy system. Look out for your coworkers. 2, stay dry. If your clothes get wet, change them immediately. 3, drink warm, sweet things. But, and this is a big one, stay away from alcohol. It actually makes you lose heat faster. And for goodness sake, wear a hat. You lose a crazy amount of heat from your head.
And OSHA puts it perfectly here. You have to know the science. Red skin, tingling, numbness, blisters, these aren't just you being uncomfortable. These are your body screaming that something is seriously wrong. Catching these signs early, either on yourself or on a buddy, is absolutely critical to stopping a minor issue from becoming a major injury.
All right, so we've gone through the dangers, the official rules, and what you can do personally. So what's the big takeaway here? What's the one thing you absolutely need to walk away with?
It's this, right here. Cold stress is preventable. That's it. Every single thing we've talked about, hypothermia, frostbite, none of it has to happen. It's not an inevitable part of working in the cold. With awareness, the right gear, and the right plan, it is entirely possible to work safely, even in the toughest conditions.
And that really just leaves us with one last question for you to think about. Your own job site, or even just the crews you see working outside every day. Are they just toughing it out, just enduring the cold? Or are they actually prepared for it? Because that difference, that's not just a small detail. That could be the difference that saves someone's life.